Every man carries with him a certain aura. Some men radiate confidence, dominance, and strength without even saying a word. Others, despite being intelligent and kind, lose their edge simply because they reveal too much. In the psychology of attraction, mystery is power. What you say, and more importantly, what you choose not to say, can determine how a woman perceives you. Many men don't realize that oversharing certain details doesn't just make them look weak, it can kill attraction permanently. Women are highly intuitive. They pick up on emotional energy, subtle cues, and unspoken confidence. And once you reveal certain secrets, you shift how she views you, sometimes in ways that you can never undo. That's why today we're diving deep into 5 secrets every man must never tell women. These are things that may feel harmless, but once spoken, they can change how she perceives your masculinity, your mystery, and your value as a man. This isn't about manipulation. It's about protecting your masculine frame and maintaining respect, desire, and admiration. Because the truth is, some things are better left unsaid. Never tell her your deepest insecurities. One of the most common mistakes men make in relationships is believing that sharing every insecurity will create intimacy. Society tells men, open up more. Show your vulnerable side. She'll love you for it. Here's the raw truth. It doesn't work that way. Yes, vulnerability is important in human connection. But there's a huge difference between selective vulnerability and emotional dumping. Women are attracted to men who can carry the weight of life with strength. When you unload your deepest fears, doubts, and insecurities, you risk flipping her perception of you from strong man I admire to lost boy I need to comfort. Why this is dangerous? It shifts polarity. Attraction is built on masculine-feminine energy. When a man shows too much emotional fragility, the polarity flips, and she subconsciously feels less desire. It creates doubt. If you doubt yourself, she'll start doubting you too. It kills respect. Women respect men who are grounded and steady. If you confess that you constantly feel unworthy, she may feel compassion, but respect and attraction fade. What to do instead? Share struggles in small, controlled doses. For example, instead of saying, I feel worthless and I don't know what I'm doing with my life, you can say, I'm working on leveling up in this area, and it's pushing me outside my comfort zone. Show that you acknowledge challenges but also have the strength and plan to overcome them. Remember this timeless rule: a woman should feel safe leaning on you. Not the other way around. Never reveal how many women you've slept with. The number of women you've been with is a detail that can easily backfire. Whether it's too high or too low, once you reveal the number, it changes her perception of you in ways you can't control. If the number is low, she may start questioning why. Why hasn't he had more options? Is something wrong with him? Do women not find him attractive? Even if it's not true, the doubt enters her mind. If the number is high, she may feel insecure or compare herself. Will I just be another notch on his belt? Can I really trust him to stay loyal? Worse, she may see you as careless or lacking discipline. The hidden psychology. For women, it's not about the number, it's about what the number represents. Revealing it forces her to interpret your past in a way that may damage her attraction, respect, or trust. The masculine move: keep it private. If she asks directly, smile and say something playful like, I don't keep score. I'm focused on the present, not the past. Redirect the conversation back to the connection you have with her. Mystery fuels desire. Your past is your business. Her present experience with you is all that should matter. Never tell her you can't live without her. It sounds romantic, right? Hollywood movies and love songs glorify the idea of saying, you're my everything. I can't live without you. But here's the harsh reality. When you put a woman on a pedestal, she starts looking down on you. Why this destroys attraction? It creates imbalance. If she feels you depend on her for happiness, she loses the thrill of the chase. It signals weakness. A man who can't stand alone is not truly masculine. It pressures her. Instead of feeling loved, she may feel trapped or overwhelmed by your emotional dependence. The feminine response. At first, she might smile when you say it. But deep down, she starts losing respect. Because women are not attracted to men who need them. They are attracted to men who choose them, despite having the strength to thrive alone. What to say instead? Express appreciation without dependency. I love sharing my life with you. You make it better, but I know who I am with or without anyone. This communicates love from a position of strength, not weakness. A true king does not beg for his queen to stay. He chooses her, and she respects him for it. Never confess your financial struggles in detail. Money is one of the most sensitive topics in male-female dynamics. While honesty is important, full disclosure of financial struggles can shift her perception of you in damaging ways. Why you should avoid this? It threatens her sense of security. Women are biologically wired to seek stability. If she feels you can't provide it, her attraction may fade. It creates unnecessary stress. She may start worrying about things she never worried about before. It lowers your status. Even if she says she doesn't care about money, attraction is often tied to perceived competence and stability. The right way to handle it: don't lie, but don't overshare. If you're working on improving your finances, focus on the plan and progress, not the struggle. Instead of saying, "I'm broke, I'm drowning in debt, I don't know how I'll pay my bills," you can say, "I'm restructuring things financially and building for the long term." This way, you're still honest, but you frame yourself as a man in control of his direction. Women respect men with vision, not men who complain about their hardships. Never admit that you don't have options. One of the biggest psychological triggers of attraction is social proof. Women are drawn to men who are desired by others. If you openly admit that no women want you, that you don't have options, or that she's your only chance, you destroy one of the most powerful dynamics of attraction: choice. Why this is fatal: it reduces your value. If no one else wants you, she starts questioning why she should. It puts pressure on her. She feels like she's carrying the weight of your entire romantic worth. It signals desperation, and desperation is the fastest way to kill attraction. What to do instead? Even if you're not dating anyone else, project abundance. This doesn't mean lying, it means living a life so full of purpose, passion, and opportunities that you naturally come across as a man who has options. Show that you're with her because you choose her, not because you need her. A man with options is irresistible. A man without them is invisible. Why these secrets matter more than you think. Each of these 5 secrets may seem small on the surface, but together, they shape how a woman sees you forever. Reveal your deepest insecurities. Right pointing arrow: you become weak in her eyes. Share your body count. Right pointing arrow: you trigger doubt and insecurity. Tell her you can't live without her: you look needy and dependent. Confess financial struggles. Right pointing arrow: you lose your image of stability. Admit you have no options. Right pointing arrow: you destroy your social proof. Attraction isn't about looks, money, or status alone. It's about how you carry yourself as a man. And part of that is knowing what not to reveal. The Stoic masculine frame. At the core of this is a timeless masculine principle: silence is strength. The strongest men in history, from warriors to leaders to philosophers, understood the value of restraint. A Stoic man doesn't need to prove himself with words. He doesn't beg for validation. He doesn't overshare details that weaken his frame. Instead, he speaks with intention, holds mystery, and reveals only what elevates respect and attraction. The art of saying less. The modern world pressures men to overshare, to open up, to tell her everything. But in reality, the art of attraction is in what you don't say. Keep your insecurities private until you've mastered them. Keep your past private, it doesn't define your present. Keep your independence clear, never pedestalize her. Keep your struggles framed as strength, not weakness. Keep your abundance mindset alive, never admit you have no options. A woman falls in love with a man she admires, respects, and desires. And sometimes, the less you say, the more powerful you become. Remember, mystery isn't about hiding who you are, it's about protecting the parts of yourself that keep you strong, respected, and irresistible.